All right, guys. First of all, I don't know how long I can do this video. My throat is killing me, like bad, right? And I don't want to be without a voice all weekend, so I'm gonna try and um, do this as quickly as possible. First of all, unless you're living under a rock, you know that we've been bombing Syria, and in quote unquote retaliation to what allegedly Assad did by attacking his own people with chemical weapons. Look, this is all I'm going to say, man. And did Assad do it? I have no idea. But I will say this: circumstantial evidence tells me that it's not likely. And that's not a popular thing to say right now, right? And there's several reasons. Now, it doesn't mean he didn't do it, but it makes no sense. He was winning the war. Why would he just randomly attack his own people with what was it, like nerve gas or something, right? And why these images, obviously it's social media and they went viral, but all over the mainstream media they just kept pushing these images of these children that were gassed, and that's terrible, right? I mean, I feel bad for those kids, whether it's Assad or whoever did it, are just despicable. But look, I'm not saying, oh, Assad said he didn't do it, so I believe him. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, it just doesn't make sense. And even if you believe he did it, I mean, our quick reaction to attack is just insane. Now, before somebody comes out and says, no, come on, why would they lie? Really? They lied to get us into Vietnam. They lied to get us into Iraq. Reported lies. And man, war is all about territory. Okay, it's about land and it's about power. That's what war is fought over, right? If don't believe this, come on, man. So 70 kids were gassed. So now we're gonna go to war with the country, really? I mean, again, it's terrible, right? I think I guess like that, but no one bats an eyelash with all the kids we bomb around the world, like in the Sudan and shit. And then our reaction is just throw bombs at them. You have any idea how many children, and we're going to make it all about the kids, we have been responsible for killing? Now, granted, even if I grant you collateral damage, whether you bomb them, whether you gas them, it's a terrible thing. And now all of a sudden, I can't believe it. I turn on MSNBC and CNN while I'm working, and all I keep hearing is, oh, Trump really proved he's president now. I think Trump has realized what it really means to be president and all this other bullshit. I mean, this is why people are saying I'm not going to vote for Hillary because she's going to, and she would have, right? For all the hypocrites out there, like, oh, see, why'd you vote for Trump? Now he's doing this, he's unhinged. No, he's doing exactly what the military industrial complex wants, right? That's what he's doing. This is what Hillary was going to do. The exact same thing. I'm like trying to like wake up from this dream. Like the mainstream media is all praising Trump and shit. Like what? I mean, I'm like, what? And I don't know who's seen the video footage of Brian Williams saying that the missiles being launched are just a beautiful thing. And yes, there's still a lot of Trump supporters still in denial. I mean, it's insane, right? Trump could do no wrong in their eyes, so I'm not worried about them. My concern is with just average, everyday people, many who never liked Trump, all of a sudden posting shit on social media um, like I saw a post right by this individual, and it was a shot that the Pentagon put out there to launch, and you see the American flag all in its glory, just conveniently there, being waved by the wind, and the person puts, I'm trying to remember, man. You gas little children. You know what you get? You get a basket of bombs from the USA or just shit like that. People like, yeah. Why don't they show what happens when the bombs land? Why don't they show that? Well, why don't they ever show? Why doesn't Brian Williams ever come on TV and shows how beautiful it was when, not in this particular case, but in other cases, when bombs landed in hospitals in Iraq and killed elderly and children? Why don't they ever show that? Why don't they ever show the innocent children that are killed um, in countries where we're quote unquote targeting terrorists and they're being bombed by fucking drones? Why didn't I report it? And by the way, for those that thought, well, Obama's a war hawk, I'm going to vote for Trump because, he's not, and this, that. Obama and Hillary, they're war criminals. Well, I don't know if you guys know this, but Trump has more than tripled, or something like that, okay, the amount of drone strikes that we do. This is insane. We're starting to work because some kids allegedly got gassed by the leader of a country who was winning the war against the rebels. See, a lot of this is not making sense. I'm sorry, it's not making sense. And the media narrative right now that's being put out there is only far right wingers are making this argument, right? That's not true. Like, it's all we got to go is by the facts. Look, if I don't know if Assad did it or not, I just don't. But it doesn't make sense. Right? That's all I'm saying. And it wouldn't be the first time we're lied to start a war. And the more and more you look into this, right? You keep hearing like this whole moral thing, like, oh, we're gonna go to avenge those kids. Yeah? Oh, really? What about countries that are allies of ours that bomb kids all the time? I mean, well, Israel bombs, kids in Palestine all the time. I don't see us going and invading them. Oh, but it's not with gas though. Like really? We're gonna draw the line with gassing them or bombing them into pieces. That's where we draw the line. I mean, holy shit, man. I'm reading posts like, no matter what happens, we have to support our troops. Look, man, if I'm against the war and I'm against intervention, then I'm against it, right? Got freaking, what's his name? Marco Rubio on the floor, House floor, talking about toppling Assad is vital to our national security. Really, this is starting to sound a lot like Iraq. Is what it's starting to sound like. This is the exact same shit that they kept saying about Saddam Hussein. Unbelievable. Oh, but Obama drew the red line. I don't give a fuck what Obama drew. All right, Obama drew the red line. I mean, Trump had to do it. Like, really? They're still using Obama as a fucking crutch, man. Well, Obama did it. Like, it's just like, holy shit. Obama, whether Obama supporters want to hear this or not, okay, was a war criminal, just like Bush, okay? Trump is on pace of being a bigger war criminal, right? But it doesn't diminish what Obama did. It doesn't. Obama ordered the execution by a drone strike of an American citizen without trial, which also killed another American citizen, right? But he was Muslim, you know. We knew he was a terrorist. That's not the way we do shit. And Obama's supposed to be a constitutional lawyer. He should know more better than that. But that aside, that's then. This is now, right? This is crazy, man. Right? This is insane. And I know a lot of people are confused right now because the whole narrative has always been, well, Trump is in bed with Russia, right? Personally, my theory is that Trump's in debt with Russia, but I do believe that Trump's been assured some stuff here because of this route he's going. And I've always believed this, that Trump has wanted the approval of the mainstream, whether it's the media or Hollywood and the whole nine. Okay, he's always wanted that. That's who he's always affiliated himself with. Okay, it's who he used to get elected is not really the type of people he likes to mingle around with, right? That's just, I'm sorry to tell Trump supporters, that's just a reality. And now Trump right now is getting everything he's wanted. He's getting praise, and oh, Trump has really become the president of the United States now. Really? I can't believe some of the shit I'm seeing on mainstream media. I just can't. Right? Oh, Trump has really proven that he could be a grown up now and really run this country. Really? Because he ordered some strikes before we could gather all the evidence about who did it. I mean, come on. And of course, the mainstream media now is reporting that evidence is mounting, and it's more and more clear that Assad did it. But they keep failing to really show evidence. They're just saying that the evidence is mounting, and they have yet to address the why here. Why would he do it? So you're telling me Assad had the Russians helping him, right? Even the U.S. would be willing to help if it meant fighting ISIS, right? I don't know where he just decides, mwahaha, I'm an evil person. I'm gonna gas little children, mwahaha. Like it's. Oh man, if I'm honest, it's not adding up. And what's even more sad is this, right? We're making the same mistake that we made in Iraq, man. And let me use the word "we" very loosely. All uh, all over Facebook, man. Everybody's all patriotic, and I'm even hearing things like, "I may not agree with Trump politically, but we have to stand behind our president and the troops as we fight this evil man and what he did to the little kids." Like it's just, it's this is insane, man. It's, I, I mean, wow. It's not everybody, but it's way too many people. I mean, this is, it's honestly, it's almost scary that we could keep falling for the same trick over and over and over again. Trump's approval rating is going to go up, man. I could guarantee it. It's going to go up. The media is eating this up right now, man. For the military-industrial complex doesn't care about which party you're with. They don't care if you're liberal or conservative. Okay, they have their own thing going on, man, and they have a bigger grasp over the media than anybody. And right now, mainstream media loves this. They love it. They love war. They love the whole patriotic thing. And this could be worse than 2002, man. It could be way worse. 2002, 2003, you couldn't be an anchor on TV and say anything negative about George Bush or you got fired. There was news anchors that got fired for saying critical things that were factual about the Iraq War. And if we're heading down that path, fuck to think. I just don't. Because at least with Obama, um, there was a segment of the population that just hated him. No matter what he did, they would be against it. So he was a little hesitant to do certain things, right? I think Trump's gonna go full fledged with this. I really do. That they're gonna go full patriotic with this bullshit. And for those that don't know, man, Russia has condemned, this these attacks, and I'm not saying we're gonna go to World War III or here we go, World War III is it's gonna immense. Like, that's not what I'm saying. But we're one step closer to it. Is what I'm saying. Like if it takes 10 steps to get to World War III, we've taken the first step. So there's still 9 other steps to get there. But the fact that we just took one step is ridiculous to me. I mean, oh well. So what happened, man? I mean, I remember I kept hearing, "Hey, look, I don't like Trump, but I'm not gonna vote for Warhawk." And make no mistake about this, and I want to make sure everybody understands. Hillary would have done the exact same thing. Okay, she would have done this same exact thing. But with Hillary, you would have still had to at least the right wing um, coming out and exposing shit. You know, where with Trump, the right wing is basically on the side for the most part. Not everybody now, but and the mainstream media is on the side. So there's no filter really. And for those that don't know, progressive media is, for some strange reason, maybe it's a big coincidence, but a lot of liberal and progressive media have been blacklisted on YouTube. They're not making any ad revenue. Is it a coincidence that these hit pieces happen right before this Syrian conflict started, when they're going to start this whole patriotic thing? Perhaps. Okay, maybe it is a coincidence. But holy shit. I mean, it's at a very inconvenient time. I know that. So, what's going to happen from here? I don't know, man. For those that don't know, man, when it comes to Syria, this whole bullshit that, oh, because he's an evil person. Look, we are, okay, the United States is allies with Saudi Arabia, who beheads people, okay, and whips people in public, right? And because they're atheists or, it's stupid, okay? So I just want to make sure people understand, right, that we are allies with some countries that do some fucked up shit. So I don't buy that. Okay, I just don't. And the reality is, whether people want to face it or not, I know it's cliche, but this is about land, this is about power, and this is about oil. That's what this is about. Okay. Syria refused to work with Saudi Arabia. Okay. Now I'm not saying this is the only reason, but it had to do with the fucking pipeline. Syria didn't want to do the pipeline, and all of a sudden, miraculously, Obama really and Hillary Clinton, when she was Secretary of State, really started getting hard on Syria out of nowhere, right? So it's not a coincidence to me that the big oil West Wing that we have today, went ahead and just went all out this time. So that this, I don't. Can somebody explain this logic to me? He gasses some children, which is terrible. Let's say he did do it. Let's just assume he did it, right? And in retaliation, we start bombing the country. So in turn, we're going to start killing children too. I mean, this is crazy, man. Now, what type of a hypocritical nation are we? Like this is the, I don't know, man. A lot of these countries that have these chemical weapons, they got it from us. All right. If that's supposedly the red line, if that's crossing the line, then are we going to show some consistency and say, well, yeah, then maybe the Iranians have a very good reason not to like us because we gave chemical weapons to Saddam Hussein to attack them with it, right? So you see, when we do it, it's okay because we do it hush hush, all right? When we do it, it's beautiful, according to Brian Williams. I mean, oh, look at these beautiful bombs. Oh, wow, the majesty of these missiles being launched. It's just a sight to see. Anyway, I'm out, man.